There is a lot of stories. Through my leadership, I have a different types of climbers, like the disables.
Whoa.
Yes, I was wondering why these disables they choose the hardest route, the risky route, Machame route, because remember they can't walk. The first time when I meet them, the lady came and she explained a lot to me. I have a muscular problem. I'm trying to do a charity to collect the money to try to make sure that if I can have the treatment of this kind of problem. By that time, she was starting crying. All our success, all my love is on your hand.
My God.
So the health of this lady and their team, they're on my hand.
Yeah.
So I said, no problem. Let me play this game for you, my friends. You know what I did? I started very earlier before everyone. Began my summit around 10. The time where others, they will be still sleeping.
Usually you start at 12, right?
Yeah, I should have started at 12.
Okay.
And by that time, I was pulling them.
Physically pulling them?
Yeah, I pulled them from the gate till to the summit.
That's crazy.
I was pushing slowly, and it worked. And at the sunrise time, we were at the top.
Oh my God, they must have cried in joy.
I don't think so that if it was crying, it was screaming crying. They were stepping at the roof of Africa.
I love how you call it the roof of Africa. It's beautiful. We've had a bunch of explorers in our podcast earlier. Sometimes a scuba diver, sometimes a photographer, sometimes trekkers. But to get the perspective of a real professional, this is the first time ever. Today, we have a special guest with us, Mr. Athumani Juma, who is a chief guide to the world's highest freestanding mountain and the top of Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. A volcanic mountain dreaded by a lot of people, and a trek that once summited is celebrated crazily because it's considered a huge feat. Athumani has lost track of the number of times that he's actually summited Mount Kilimanjaro with his guests, but he estimates it must be somewhere over 500 surely. My goodness. Hearing experiences from trekkers is one point altogether, but hearing it from a professional guide is what we are going to have today. But before that, to make this extra special, we reached out to a few climbers who went with Athumani and his team when they headed to Kilimanjaro. Let's listen to what they had to say about their experience.
When I first met Athumani at our hotel in Arusha, he immediately asked me a question. Do you remember my name? I actually didn't. And it was a good lesson to me to pay more attention to Swahili names and words over the next 10 days that followed. In those days, I saw multiple sides of Athumani, keenly assessing the individual capabilities of each one of us, alternately cajoling, inspiring, and pushing us hard, controlling his colleagues just enough to make sure that they function beautifully as a team. And finally, having the ability to take a heart wrenching decision to withdraw 150 meters from the peak on account of a snow blizzard. He exhibited leadership in so many different ways, going beyond the role of just a guide. Asanta Sana, Athumani. I'm sure you will do very well as you pursue your ambitions.
Hi, this is Sangeeta, and I had the pleasure of climbing Kilimanjaro earlier this year. And Athumani was the person who guided my group of climbers. The first day that Athumani came to meet us to give us a briefing on the climb, he really put my mind to rest. He simply said, look, guys, each one of us is different, but every single one of us can climb right up to the summit of the mountain. Please follow the instructions of my team carefully. And he said, please just enjoy every step you take, appreciate the mountain. And we all did just that, and we managed to climb right up to the crater. For me, two things stand out about my Kilimanjaro climb. One is about how critical the role of a chief guide is in these climbs. This was an incident that happened day 4 of my climb. I had walked for a few hours and I was just focusing on one step at a time and maybe paying attention to my breathing. I was completely lost in my thoughts, and I normally am in the habit of talking to myself. So at one point, I even started moving my hands rapidly, as part of my share of conversation to myself. So suddenly, I see Athumani, who had been walking far ahead with another climber, was running back towards me very rapidly. And he asked me to stop. And he peered into my eyes. And then he started smiling. And then he said, "Oh, you were just talking to yourself." I said, "Yeah, so, but what did you think I was doing?" He said, "No, no, at these altitudes, people can begin to hallucinate. It is a sign of altitude sickness." But he still wouldn't let me go. He asked me to count the number of fingers on my hand just to make sure. What I realized was there were many tiny things that these guides carefully observe in the climbers so that they can quickly make adjustments. So they play a very important role in ensuring the success of the summit. And the second thing about my Kilimanjaro climb is about how the entire team comes together and they treat your summiting as a personal goal on their part. They'll sing songs, they'll crack jokes, they'll ensure you're well fed. And that kind of camaraderie that the entire team shares with every climber, I think plays a very large role. And I personally had a great experience with Athumani and his team.
What fabulous set of stories from Vineet and Sangeeta, right? Well, let me tell you something. This episode is going to have lots of such fun stories about summiting Kilimanjaro. How do you do it? How do you plan for it? And lots more with Athumani. But let's take a quick little break before we jump into the episode with him. Hey, do you know we write a travel themed newsletter every fortnight? Yep. And in each newsletter, we write about different destinations and travel experiences from around the world. In fact, you will get lots of details about this particular episode as well in our upcoming newsletter. Head over to missadventuresofasneaker.substack.com. That is missadventuresofasneaker.substack.com. You will find the link in our bio as well. And by the way, if you enjoy listening to our podcast, you could support our team by buying us a coffee. Head on over to our show notes and click on support to contribute any amount you like. It'll be a huge morale booster for us. Thank you. Welcome to my podcast, Athumani. I'm so excited to have you today on my podcast. We are called the Misadventures of a Sneaker, and we talk about everything about travel.
Oh, thank you very much, my friend.
So I have heard such amazing things about you because my very good friend Sangeeta went on a trek to Kilimanjaro with you and your team. Before going, she was very nervous about it, because everyone hears, scary stories about Kilimanjaro. And plus, Kilimanjaro is a very big deal. It's the world's highest, freestanding mountain trek. You're going up a volcano. And we used to keep asking her every other day, how is it going? How is she doing? And all of that. And very often she mentioned, how wonderfully your team was looking after their entire group and how much fun they were having with all of you all. In fact, after she came back, most of her stories was how amazing the whole trek was with your team. How at each point you guys, used to pump them up with a lot of enthusiasm and taking care of their health at every small step. She told us a lot of amazing stories about the trek and about the team. So actually, in the middle of the trek, I remember even telling her that, if you're having such a good time with, your chief guide and their team, why don't you talk to the chief guide and ask him to come on the podcast? Because his set of stories will be so different and so unique. And then after all our conversations, I'm really happy that you're here finally on my podcast, Athumani, to share all your Kilimanjaro stories.
Oh, you're most welcome. Wow. She's a very, very good friend. And we talk a lot of things. He been asking me a lot of questions and everything. till we get to the end and they come back to the safe to town. So
Yeah, it's a long trek. So I'm sure you get a lot of time to talk to all your guests. But Athumani, we'll talk about your Kilimanjaro treks later. My listeners don't really know you that well. So let's first talk about you yourself. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey.
yeah. So my name is Athumani Juma. I live in Arusha, Tanzania.
So the city Arusha has the airport where most of us land when we come to Tanzania for the Kilimanjaro trek, right?
Yeah, I born about 43 years ago.
Oh, I genuinely would have guessed that you're in your 30s.
Yes. I'm 43 years old.
Wow.
Yes. And I graduate on 1999. But that time, I hear the story that there is a very good opportunity of being a rich man.
Everyone loves being this rich person, especially, at the start of your working life, and all of us want to be rich.
Uh,
What was this opportunity?
this opportunity is by going to do a mining of Tanzanite.
Oh, I've heard about this gem, Tanzanite. Valuable and very rare, they say.
Yes, they are only found in Tanzania in the world. Nowhere place can find it. So there is some of my friend which I was in primary school with them. They went there and 1999 they got a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, a lot of money. And I said, yeah, even me, I would like to be rich, to have a lot of money.
Yes.
So what I did, I went there and I did there for 3 years.
Oh.
I get nothing.
Oh no, I was like so excited. I thought you'd become like 3 times richer than them because you were there for 3 years.
Actually, you know that the mining work is very, very difficult. By that time, we were using like a local mining.
Oh, how is this mining site? Can you like describe the place and all of it?
Yeah, that's mining is in Kilimanjaro region. It's known as Mirerani.
Okay, Mire Rani.
Mirerani is on the southeast side of Arusha and is on the south side of Kilimanjaro region. It's very close to Kilimanjaro Airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very close over there. So that is a very, very good place because it's something by luck. When you got a piece, because those mining holes, they are owning with the local people.
Oh, okay.
So we go there and ask like a job to dig the mining, and they give us the chance. And once we get inside there, we doing a work. So I did that for 3 years, and I got a little bit. It was a very big stone, but it was already ringed with the strikes. The strikes like the lightning.
Oh, lightning struck this gem.
You see, the lightning was already ringed that gem. It was a very big one. If it was a very clear one, wow, I could have a lot of money.
Richest person in Tanzania, maybe.
I think almost like a 2 billion. It was a very big one, very big one,
Wow.
but it was not good. So I sent only for 1.6 million.
But that is also a lot, right?
Yeah, so that 1.6, it was the key of me to be like where am I right now.
Oh,
You see? So something I say that I didn't miss. I get something, but it was not on my point because I
yeah.
was wanted to have a lot of money, but I only found 1.6, which I kept that money. I didn't know what to do because by that time I decided to go back home
Okay, okay.
because I found that job was very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
Because also sometimes I was being scared because of people getting killed because of the losing rocks. So I
Wow.
was kind of like, oh no, I don't want to do this kind of job
It's
anymore.
dangerous, right?
It's dangerous, to be honest,
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah, yeah. We have only seen movies like this, like, you have that famous Blood Diamond movie, which shows about the diamond mines. Of course, it's not the same Tanzania, but very scary. I'm thinking of that in the way you are, describing on how dangerous, this Tanzania mining was. Wow.
Actually in our country we have a lot of minings. We have the Tanzanite, we have the diamond, we have a gold, we have a silver. So we have this kind of a lot of gemstones here. We have the green garnet, we have the emerald, we have a ruby.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have different types of gemstone here. So maybe one day then when you visit my country, then you will get a chance to see them.
Maybe I'll get rich. You never know. Suddenly I'll go and find a diamond somewhere.
You think that you'll be able to go and mine?
I don't think I can do that, but oh my God, wow. So your 1.6 went into your savings.
Yes.
Very nice.
So after that, when I came back, I decided to do some small gardens.
All the way from mining to gardening now. Interesting.
Yes, I started to grow like tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, green pepper, and most of the vegetables I was growing by that time.
Wow.
So I did that for another 3 years.
Oh.
Yes, and by that time, still that 1.6 million, I didn't touch it. I gave to my mom and tell her, please, can you take care of my money? Because I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but please. So in all these 3 years, my mom hid that money. She didn't even touch a single cent.
How sweet. So she kept it safely for you.
Yeah, very safely.
He was your bank locker.
Yes. She's a very good bank. She's very good. You know, always the mothers are very, very safe. If you give a daddy, they will use it. But mama, no. So everything that which have been I gave it to my mom, it was safe and protected.
Perfect.
So after those 3 years of doing the gardening, to be honest, there I didn't get anything.
Okay.
Everything was in bad luck. So one day, my parents called me at home and I went and meet them. I have lunch with them and I have dinner with them. After dinner, the time that when I'm going to sleep, they tell me something. We remember that when you were young, you told us that you would like one day to be in a tourism industry.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, you can't imagine. As I say that the parents are banks. Even their brains, they kept a lot of things in memory. Because I know that when you're a kid, the parents they used to ask you a lot of questions, like your future plans. Is something which is in your heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Even back here in India, this is a conversation in almost every home and every family where kids and parents discuss the future plans of the child. It happens very often.
Yeah. So when I was young, I tell my parents I would like one day to be in a tourism industry or to be a guide one day.
So cool.
Oh, yes. It was very nice for me. I asked my mom, is this true? Me and my mom, we had a very, very good relation. And she said, yes. You say that you want to be a guide one day, to be in the tourism industry. And I said, oh, if you said, I can trust, not my dad.
Poor dad, he's so sweet, but you're saying
But that is kind of was a joke.
Yeah.
I was having a very good jokes with my dad because I'm a firstborn. So my dad was calling me a brother.
Oh, so you're like bros, you can talk like that.
You see, yes, like yeah,
Nice.
So it was kind of like a nice day. So by that time I said, okay, I agree now. I think this is coming from God. So my dad asked me that, do you have any money to join your college? Because you can't go to join the tourism without having a knowledge. And I said, yes. So by that time, I didn't even ask my mom. But my mom said, you remember that you give me your money? Yeah, and I said, yes, about 3 years ago. And I said, yes. She go and I pick it and put it on the table. You
Wow. It's like everything is coming together for this one plan of yours, which you made when you were a baby.
Yes. You see?
So now how many treks are you in? At which count are you right now?
How many treks I did?
So far?
I have about 500 and something. 550 and 60 now, because I counted till I get 400. I forgot it
Oh
because
my
now
God.
it's just becoming like in my body. Even that right now, I can even hike, even when I close my eyes. No problem.
Oh my God, I cannot imagine 500 and something. This is crazy.
Yes, I have an experience of a long time.
I love it. 18 years, you said, right?
Yes.
Wow. So, what is your success rate currently?
Me? Can you guess?
Seeing your confidence, I'm going to say 100%.
Yes, I can say it's 100% because mostly of my challenging climb, which becoming difficult, I manage them to change them to becoming success.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a big responsibility. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah. Myself, I say that I have an amazing time being leading the climbs. There is sometimes that you can face that the weather's not good on the mountain.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have a very bad storm.
Snowstorms, yeah.
So sometimes those things that you cannot avoid it.
Yeah, you can't control it. Yeah.
You can't control those things, but things like a sickness.
Yeah. Sickness, dehydration.
Yeah, this is something which I can control to my climbers because they will listen to me.
Correct.
And I know how to control them. I know how to talk with them. Sometimes that when they get in high altitude, sometimes it's difficult to understand.
Yeah.
But when you talk to them and give them the really, really good instruction with the good talking, good words, they will understand. They will follow, and at the end of the time, their success rate is going to be very good. As there is one of the climber coming from US, I can't even say the name, but since the first day, he didn't want to listen to me. He was just rushing, jumping to rocks, and doing a lot of different things. I did talk with him a lot. On day 4, he's starting getting very bad sick. Yeah.
They have to respect you guys as well, right? You guys are locals. You guys know this. You guys are the experts, actually.
Yeah.
Who has been the youngest person that you've taken on this trek?
The youngest?
Hmm?
Yeah, I took a youngest one, which it was last year.
And what is the age?
He started the climb when he was 6 years and celebrate the 7th birthday at the roof of Africa.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So young, 6-year-old kid.
Yes.
Can you imagine how special that 7th birthday is? Nothing can be as special. So 8th birthday, he'll go and ask his parents, this year what's special? And they can't find anything because like the best has already been done in the 7th.
Yes. That it was a very, very special time. But at the end of this story, I will tell you something.
Okay, I'll wait for this, huh? So how was that 7th birthday on the top of Africa? The kid had fun?
We had a very, very good fun because I carry even the birthday cake at the top.
How special.
He was very strong. And once we get the top, it's becoming a problem. He was starting to run away, just make some jokes, having fun, fixing a lot of things, just climb the boards, do a lot of things. So
he's a kid, right?
so he was coming and pulled me, just running with me all the way around, just screaming, just saying, made it and everything. So it was very, very fun time for that boy.
How lovely. That is really, really amazing.
Yeah, I was very, very happy. So the parents, they were very kind of like scared. Oh, he's going to have a problem. I said, no, please let him to do what he wants because I'm with him, you see. And now he is enjoying something special to him. Just imagine from his age, and he understands how old is he, which is quite a little bit impossible to get there on that age, but he made it.
Yeah.
You see. So
he has to celebrate it.
Yeah, and he don't have any problem of the mountain sickness. So he did a lot of things till we take down. On the way down, he was pulling me. He was pulling me to run to his parents behind. Come on, they will catch us. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go.
He's
And
in
that's
the
it.
catch game all the time. What fun, what fun.
Yeah, it was very funny for that boy. His success was very good. So we had a very good friendship with them now.
Very nice.
Yeah. But at the beginning was very tough for this family to find the letter and the permission to enter the Kilimanjaro National Park.
Is there a age limit usually that Kilimanjaro or Tanzania has for the trekkers to come?
Yes, there is a limit. Mostly they allowed it to take not less than 5 years. Even these 5 years, there is a lot of process you have to follow to make sure that you can find the permission, the letter to allow you to climb the mountain. So it was very difficult. So my boss trusted me a lot. He knows that everything that which is difficult, and when he come and tell me, it will happen because always he knows that never failed. I can't even sleep till I finish what I want. You see? So he called me and he told me that, okay, where can you do that to make sure that you're going to have the special letter for this boy? I said, okay, no problem. And I went to the Tanzania National Park. And when I talk with them, they ask me a lot of questions. First of all, who are you? That my name is Athumani. Athumani Juma, yes. You're working with this Team Kilimanjaro, this company? And I said, yes. Ah, okay. No problem. We know you very well. Who's going to lead this boy to that point? And I tell them that it's me. Okay. Go and come tomorrow.
Okay.
Because now by that time, they're going to send my letter to the Ministry of the Tourism.
Oh.
Yes. The next day, the office, I went over there. They give me a lot of training, asking a lot of questions. How can you assure us that this boy he's going to be safe and healthy till he came back?
Yeah. A good question.
I didn't know that they were recording me.
Oh.
Yes, they were recording me. So everything that is just being saved, and we are going to send to the ministry. So in case that anything can happen, you'll be irresponsible. I tell them, I will not let this happen because I know I have an experience of doing this. I can do this. I can do this trip with this boy, and they will be safe and healthy. They will be alive. They will make to the top. The ministry say, yes, I agree this boy to go with this person because I've been following that his story from the mountain. And we found all the story of this person. This guy is great. So he said that, okay, we agree him. I want to say yes. At the time I went there, I sent a picture to my boss that I got a letter to agree this. Everyone was crying.
I think you got the permission only basis, your credentials, because you have been successful in doing all these treks. So just faith on you was why the ministry gave the permission letter.
Yeah, if you want to do some climber with a very, very special thing like that, first of all, they will go to look for your story.
But how do they find out your entire trekking history?
They have the record of all the gates which you're passing, getting in and exit. They're calling from the rangers at the mountain. They just go to look the report. So
that's very good. Wow. Like Tanzania takes it very seriously. It's run extremely professionally. It's very impressive.
yeah, they have to be very careful because dealing with the life is not easy.
Yeah, that's true. Climbing a volcanic mountain after all. Wow. Athumani, tell us another of your toughest or one of your craziest climbs that you've done.
There is a lot of stories. Through my leadership, I have a different types of climbers, like the disables.
Whoa.
Yes, And I was wondering why these disabled, they choose the hardest route, the risky route, Machame route. Because remember, they can't walk. The first time when I meet them, the lady came and she started to explain to me. And I pay attention like a 15 minutes. And she explained a lot to me. I have a muscular problem. I'm trying to do a charity to collect the money to take me to the hospital and try to make sure that if I can have the treatment of this kind of problem with my friend. So she explained a lot of things. And by that time, she was starting crying. All our success, all my life is on your hand. So she started crying by that time.
My God.
So the health of this lady and their team, they're on my hand. So by doing this, or take them to the top, because if they get to the top, it means they're going to get sponsored, going to be treated.
Yeah.
So everything is on my hand.
Yeah. Because only if they submit, she'll get this charity funding for her surgery, right? She has to submit. There is no other choice.
You see? So I said, no problem. Let me play this game for you, my friends. And I take them. You know what? Every day I was arriving at the camp at 9:30 or 10 p.m.
So late.
Yes. By that time, all the campsite was be already slept because it's very late. So I said, no problem. Let me do anything they want, anything I can to make sure that these guys, they can make it.
Yeah.
Imagine that through Machame route, there is a place known as a Barranco Wall.
Okay, Machame Road has a place called Barranco. Got it. Tell us more.
That is a place on Camp 3, and on day 4, in the morning, there is a very, very big wall you need to cross with a very, very big traffic.
Oh.
You see? And it's just only one trail. Otherwise, if you just make a mistake, you'll fall down and you might have a very bad injury. You might even die.
Oh my God,
You
okay.
see? So all my brain was thinking on that place about these guys that I said, no, no problem. I will take them there. So what I did on the next day, I started very earlier before everyone. So the others, when they're coming, they found that we are almost at the middle of that wall. So they won't pass us. They will let us finish all that bad part.
Oh, that's a good
You
plan.
see? So that was a plan which works very well because they understand that the group which I have, they're disabled. They have the muscular problems. So they need to give more time to finish it. So I was very lucky on that time because even the other groups, they understand.
That is a big thing. It's just not you and your own team. It's everyone around has to
Yeah.
follow those unsaid rules and all of that, right?
Yes. So by that time, I was very, very happy.
Very cool.
So luckily, we pass all those challenging places to this client, and we get at the base camp around 5 p.m. Now it was becoming the time of me to think at what time I can leave to take these guys to the summit, to avoid the traffic, to have a great sunrise at the top, and to make sure they are safe, to make sure that they will enjoy enough.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, no problem. So I began my summit around 10, the time where others, they will be still sleeping.
Usually you start at 12, right?
Yeah, I should have started at 12, but I
Okay.
started at 10.
10.
And it worked because that I was pushing slowly, 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 slowly. And at the sunrise time, we were at the top.
Oh my God, they must have cried in joy.
I don't think so that if it was crying, it was screaming, crying. Because they didn't even understand. Through the night summit, it was a lot of challenge.
Tough.
And it's a freezing time, my friend.
Yeah.
Just imagine. But luckily, by that time, I was prepared myself. There are some things which known as hand warmers and feet warmers. So I was having myself. So I gave it to all of them. And by that time, I was pulling them. Can you imagine?
Physically pulling them.
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I pulled them from the gate till to the summit. And they all get to the summit at the end of the time. But I was tired.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That to previous evening, very less sleep also, right?
Yes. Yeah. We didn't care about the sleep because I tell them everything that by this, it means that we're going to miss sleeping. But we all need to be patient because now there is no way out of me to make your plan or your dream to becoming super and happiness and successful.
Yeah,
If
correct.
we do it at the normal time, the possibility of missing or fail is about 95%. But if you will do on this time, we have about 98%, 99 of our average of success. So it means that we will all make to the top. I assure you guys, if you follow my instruction. And they all was very happy to follow and listen what I tell them. And at the end of the time, they were stepping at the roof of Africa.
I love how you call it the roof of Africa. It's beautiful.
At where there is a very, very beautiful sunrise.
Oh. Oh, my friend showed me some of the sunrise photos from the Kilimanjaro summit when she went there. Absolutely mind-blowing. You two must share some of your summit pictures, Athumani.
Yes, this is one of the pictures I would like to show you the sunrise while we keep talking here. It's a very beautiful one.
Oh, this is literally top of the world. You're above the mountain clouds as well. Wow. So, listeners, I have to tell you that Athumani has sent me lots of pictures and videos of his entire trek, of the sunrise, of the crater, of different routes, and that's the reason why I'm able to kind of understand when he says that his guests were so happy, they were hugging him out of joy. It's just gorgeous. So I'll be putting up many of his pictures and videos on our Instagram page as well as in our blog. So definitely go and check them out, and you'll kind of know why, both of us are like only saying wow and wow all the time.
It's very beautiful that to be at the top on that time.
Top of Africa. We should not call it summit anymore.
Top of Africa, yes.
Wow.
So that was still the journey of my of starting to live on my dreams.
A job of your dreams. So awesome. So, Athumani, you were telling us that you had joined a college to study for this, what you call dream career of yours, to become a professional guide. Tell us about that, your college, the course that you studied, how do they teach, what do they train you for, etc.
Yes. I joined the college and I found the college was very good because all the subjects and everything are coming from the very, very big colleges in Tanzania. It's the northern side of Tanzania. It's the best college.
Excellent.
So it is known as a professional tour guide and leadership skills. So I went there and I joined it. And I went and paid for 2 years and I started doing my college.
This is so cool. So your bro, you did half of it and your bro helped you with a little more for your college. That is very nice.
Yes, always that the success doesn't come easy.
Yes.
You as a human, you will need to struggle from the different ways.
Yeah.
To see that where you can have your life. And this is how I started my life by going from the different places, different different jobs.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
Till I get to my future plan, to my dream.
Yeah.
And now when I joined my college, I found like I relaxed. I didn't know. I started feeling very happy. You see?
You see, really, like how I think you are almost like born for doing this kinds.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So I started in my college for 3 months.
Okay.
Then my principal of the
Mhm.
school give us the chance of 14 days for everyone to find like a place to go, like a field.
Oh, like a field trip internship training where you'll get trained as well on the job.
Yes. And I say, okay. I told my principal that I would like to go to Kilimanjaro. But so my principal told me that you want to go to Kilimanjaro, do you know any company? And I said, no. So please, can I do a research of company for you? And I said, no, I will do it myself.
Wow, confidence.
I did myself, and I went and I founded the company. That company is known as Team Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
I found it and I had a job there. And the lucky of that is because my dad also was working with that company as a driver.
Lovely, lovely. Okay.
You see? So I meet his boss, which is my boss right now. I meet him and he asked me that when you graduate your college, would you like to work with me? And I said, yes. And he said, okay.
So you actually got your job when you were like just 3 months into your college.
Yeah, I was very lucky.
Very nice. So what is actually taught to you in the 2 years in college?
I studied about ecology and dealing with the emergencies, leadership skills also. Yeah, different courses that I had over there for 2 years.
I like it. It's so professional. So it's not everywhere that in other countries that a guide actually goes through a formal college system.
Mm.
It's usually they just go on trial hikes with another team and then they become skilled to actually become trekkers or guides.
Yeah.
Tell me one thing. Does every guide on this Kilimanjaro trek go through college?
Thank you very much for this good question. Not all of the guides, to be honest, not all of the guides, they join to the college. There's others, they just finish maybe their secondary school education. Then after that, because they have a knowledge of a school, so they apply to join a course of Kilimanjaro National Park of 3 weeks. But
Oh.
yes, of 3 weeks. But there is a very big difference between the guides who join the college for getting a diploma or getting a certificate or diploma. So there is a very big difference. And the difference is becoming through the starting doing the services to the guests. There is a very big difference. You
Okay.
see? That's why, okay, he or she can be a guide, but still the knowledge which I will have and what they will have, it will be a little bit different. So it's much better to join the college first. Then after college, then you can go and apply for the Kilimanjaro National Park training to get a guide license. So this is what I think much best.
Perfect, perfect. Because I remember you saying that when you go to college, there are many more things that you learn other than just, being a guide. So there are hard skills, there are soft skills, how to communicate, leadership skills, so many different things, which probably you can learn only through a proper formal course.
Yeah, you're right, because if you want to provide a good service to the customers, you need to be educated.
Yes, something will be less between them and between you.
Yes, that's why I said before doing anything, I will go to the college to make sure that I will have a really knowledge of dealing with these people or with this industry.
Lovely.
That is what I started my journey to be a guide. By that time, I studied as a porter, and my first route, it was Rongai route.
Ooh, tell us more about this first assignment. You said you were a porter and went up the Rongai route to Kilimanjaro. How was it?
It was good, but I was very scared because I hear story from the different people. They say that this job is very, very difficult. How can you do it sometime that there is a people they're getting died in the mountain? If the people that are getting died, why are you going over there? Why are you scaring me? You scaring me while you keep going there. Come on, just shut down. Please let me do what I want.
Very good.
Yeah, because although I was scared, I didn't know which kind of things I'm going to do it. But I say, no problem, I will go.
Positive.
So yes, my mind was positive. My heart was kind of like, oh, yes, I will be alive. No problem.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Then,
Yeah, then the day of starting our trip, I went to the office there. We started driving till to the gate. Once we get the gate there, it's something like I was very, very lucky because
oh,
on that trip there is somebody who is very special on that trip. He's a disabled person.
wow.
So he come to like Kilimanjaro with the wheelchairs.
Oh, wow. Your first experience was someone who was on a wheelchair. Amazing.
Yes.
Very
So
special. Mm.
yeah, my boss was there. So he chose me and tell me that, please, now you will need to get to be close this person to make sure that you're doing all the service for him. And so I was kind of like confusing which kind of service I'm going to do here.
Correct. It's scary.
It was scary.
Yeah.
So myself, I said, okay, boss, no problem. I will do it.
Mm.
But by that time, I go and sit somewhere outside and think, I don't know anything about this.
yeah.
I don't know what I can do. I'm very scared to even stand close to the guests.
Mm.
You see, but somebody come and tell me that you need it there, buy the food. You need to do this. You need to make sure that the food of this person, the place to sleep, also the toilet and everything is going to be handled with you. So by now, if you're scared, it's up to you. But this is what I tell you. So by that time, I started doing my job.
Wow.
I sit with him. I give him a job food because even also the hands are not working very well, so he couldn't eat.
My God. And this was your first assignment. It's like you've started with the toughest, I think.
It was very, very tough, my friend. So the first day, it was a little bit challenge
Mm.
because I was scared, but I did everything.
Wow.
I did make the accommodation place very good. So on that trip, it was starting like a little bit difficult, but when the day is going on, I starting feel like, oh, now this is something I can do it. You see?
Correct.
So the second morning, we start our journey to the next campsite
Mm.
by using the bike.
Oh, you had to take a bike for him?
Yes, the wheel bike
Okay, okay.
for the disabled. It's a wheel bike. We just push him and pull him.
Wow.
So now it was the time to go to the summit and overnight to the crater.
Correct.
I didn't know about the summit. I didn't know about the crater. What is the summit? What is the crater? So I was almost running away and told my guide that, no, I can't go there.
It's definitely tough. That too, first time.
Yeah, and he was very, very angry. He told me that, remember that you did a very good job from the beginning till now. And now you came here and say that you can't go. He said, no, you will go. You will go. And he told me that he's a very good person. He told me that according from the experience I had, in future you're going to be a guide and you're going to be a very good guide. By that time, I thought that he was kind of like encouraging me to keep doing the job what was handling before.
Correct.
Because that guy, he was very happy with me. And he said that if Athumani he's not going to the summit. And so, but because of that, I said, okay, I can go. But I was very, very scared. So we started our summit during the midnight, but it was a very, very difficult job because of pulling and pushing the bike.
Wow.
But we managed to get to the top. And after the summit, we head down to the crater camp As you know, the summit is 5,895. So we descend till to 5,730, which is a crater camp. So
Wow.
I went down there. So I was kind of like in another world to myself. I say, huh? What is this? You see? Why if I get in this in the top of Africa? Because always I was hearing the story. What if this could be my profession? Because I had a very good time so far. And I said, okay, no problem. Let me go and do this job unfinished.
Lovely. So, my God, this is so good to just hear about it also, even though it is 18 years back. I'm like
Yeah,
living through the whole thing. What a perfect start to your dream career.
yeah, I was very excited, my friend, to be there. You know, to get in the on the top of Africa, at the roof of Africa.
Yeah.
Just imagine,
Just imagine.
at the first time to be on the top of the only freestanding mountain in the world.
In the world, yeah.
The only mountain which live very close, like 300 miles of equator, and still it's have the glaciers.
Yes.
You see, I think a lot of things.
Yeah.
So my heart told me that you're in paradise, my friend.
Yes, you
You're
think that you're in some other world. It's just three. How far from the equator you said?
300 mile.
300 miles from the equator and still standing on glaciers. This is unbelievable.
To be honest, unbelievable. You can't imagine. So it was kind of like there is something told me that you're very close to God.
Yeah. And plus, when you put so much effort to actually do it, you almost feel that way. Like you have to be thankful to God. You feel close to God. It's like that.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. So after the summit, we went down to the crater. Then after that, we do like a crater excursions. We went to the ash pit. We went from the different glaciers, had fun with my friends, carry him from the different places. So I didn't know where I got that energy, because others they were very tired, but myself, I was kind of like my adrenaline wonder was very high. Yeah.
Your boss must have come and told you, see, Athumani, I told you you'll have fun.
Yes, so we get back to the camp, but during the night the weather was not really friendly to that guest. So we need to evacuate him very bad, because he was kicking up with a very bad severe altitude sickness.
Oh, okay.
You see? So at around 2, we break the camps and we carry him in our back and take him down to the lower elevation. We just rush him to the hospital. And at least once he get to the hospital, he's starting to recover, because once you lose the elevation very quickly, you recover very. The lucky thing that we didn't delay, because the delay will make a problem.
Yeah.
And there is a place where I read and study that, I see what happened. Sticks to my mind.
So whatever you've studied in books, you've actually experienced this, the first time, and practical and theoretical knowledge together.
Yes.
Wow.
So once I get back to the college, everyone was needed to express the experience. So I was the last one, and I had a very good story. I give all the story to my principal, and he gave me a gift. Yes, of 200,000.
For the best performing student kinds?
Yes, he gave it to me.
How special!
It was special. So it's something which I think my dream was starting to pay.
Yes.
While I didn't know.
Yes, within the first 3 months of being in college, imagine.
Yes, I already have that 200,000 myself. It was a lot of money. So I was having enough pocket money in my pocket. So now most of the time I was using now to do something to my college. If there was a project, my principal, he just asked me to go and do it. And I said, yes, I will do it. So I keep doing my college studying. After 6 months, I get a call from the office that you need to go to the mountain again. There is a friend of your friends. They came here. They want you to be there. But by this time, you are not going to be as a porter. You are going to be as an assistant guide.
Oh, wow.
Wow, really? They said that this is a friend which come from that guy who is a disabled. They send their friends, but they only want you to be a guide. You see? So I went to I started doing my job over there, being an assistant guide by learning and leading.
Fantastic. Wow. So how was it as an assistant guide?
My first time it was not that really difficult. I don't know where my brain was allocating me, because most of the thing which I was doing is something like it was coming easier. It seems like everyone was accepting what I was saying, what I was talking, what I was want them to do, what I was advising to do. Something like a quite very easy way for me to perform and develop myself to be a future guide.
Very cool. So what is the job of an assistant guide?
The chief guide, he's the boss.
Okay.
And is kind of like a president. And assistant guide is a vice president.
Okay.
Most of the time, the assistant guide are more responsible, as he's the main person who need to do everything. So the chief guide is just come and look at, oh, this is correct, this is not correct. You see?
Oh.
Yeah, so I was in hard job because I was being forced to do everything, even to make sure that if the climbers are sick, they don't have a good appetite, they have all these kind of needs, I was the one who needs to know about this. You see?
Oh, it's a tough job.
Yeah, it is a tough job, but I did love it because it was my dream.
Yes.
So I remember we did that climb. It was not really difficult. There were 8 of them. There is one route known as Machame route. So we did 7 days, and we're heading up to Barafu base camp. So once we get there, one of the climber was not feeling well. And there is something which I note. While I didn't have an experience enough, but I note, because I was the one who was talking with them very, very close. That person, the only problem, it was because he didn't drink enough much water.
Oh, dehydration.
Yes. So he was only need to have enough water and have enough rest. And after that, he will be okay. So we give him a lot of water with electrolyte, a lot of fluids. Then after 3 hours, he start improving.
Oh, look, wow.
Yeah, he start improving. And around 6, we wake up him for dinner, and he come and eat a lot of dinner, and he was 100% ready for the trip.
Wow, just water can bring you down or bring you up, right?
Yes. Actually, if you being giving an instruction with a guide and you're not following, especially drinking a lot of water, and they say that no, it will ruin your climb and your success rate will be very low, because your body will be lost a lot of water, and there are problems there which can happen. It will be very easily for you to have heat exhaustion. And once you have an heat exhaustion, it means that you ruin everything.
Got
You
it.
see, that's why we recommend to make sure that all the time during your trek, you stay hydrated. And yes, we did the summit during the midnight, and he was the first one to get at the top.
Oh, look, wow. Otherwise, you would have missed such an amazing opportunity, right?
Just imagine, at a very, very, very beautiful sunrise,
Yeah. Oh,
at the top, at 5,895. He's the first one to be there at 6 o'clock. I remember the time. 6 o'clock. Well, the glorious sunrise is coming. Wow. It was amazing. Even also, it was my first time to have such a great view of something like that.
Oh, yeah, this is your second summit, right, as well?
But the first summit, I couldn't enjoy that because remember, I was having somebody who was a challenge.
Yeah.
So by the summit time, we get at the top, it was around 2 p.m.
Oh.
So we have a very, very late.
Hmm.
So this time it was a very, very best time for me to be there. I really, really enjoyed it.
Beautiful.
It was very, very beautiful.
Yeah, I'm
for
getting
me.
emotional just thinking about how it must have been.
Sangeeta knows that,
Yes.
how beautiful it was.
Yes. These were awesome stories, Athumani. Let's take a quick little break here and come back and hear more stories and details on how we can plan our trip to Kilimanjaro. Commercial break. Not really. This is a request to you to check out our labor of love, a newsletter on Substack called Sneaky Footprint. It's from our team at Misadventures of a Sneaker. We write about travels, vacations, travel tips, anecdotes, lots of pictures, and of course, a suggested itinerary as well. Do check it out, misadventuresofaSneaker.substack.com. And we have now started a new service of curating travel itineraries to destinations made just for you. So if you want to get a vacation planned, like this one to Tanzania and specifically to Kilimanjaro, leave us a note on Instagram or DM on our Substack page and we'll plan something super special for you. Please support us by following and subscribing to our newsletter and Instagram page, Misadventures of a Sneaker. All the links are in the show notes. Thank you. So welcome back after this break. Athumani, before this break, you were telling us about your early expedition stories, some of your craziest stories. Now, you are the chief guide and you've been doing this as a chief guide for over 500 treks, like you said. How was it when you were given the responsibility of being this chief guide? Because it's quite a big responsibility. You're leading a group of climbers, you're leading your own trekking team staff, a lot of things that you have to do. How was the first time that this responsibility was given to you?
So the time that when I becoming to be a chief guide, it was a big group. And I didn't know that I'm going to be a chief guide of that group because my boss was kind of like making like a surprise to me.
Oh, nice.
You see? So it's just on the end of finishing my first year of my education. He sent me a message. I think very soon you're going to have a group to lead because there is a lot of friends now they want to go with you. I have some more requests.
Okay.
Which they recommend you to be with them.
You're becoming famous.
I don't know. I didn't know how. Just only 2 tracks makes me to be famous like that. You know what I told him? You know, boss, this is very early. I don't know what I can do it because I don't have any experience. And he said that, okay, no problem. Don't worry. Before the trek, I will call you to my office and then we can talk. Okay. And I will tell you everything what to do because I don't want to lose this client. They already request you. So maybe I will let you to choose your own guides, which they can be more experienced than you to give you the chance.
Oh, very nice.
And I said that, bros, I don't know anyone on these trips. I just know only you. So you'll be maybe the one who can choose the guides for me. And he said, okay, no problem.
Then?
One day, boss is calling.
Okay.
I just answer, please, Athumani, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, I want to be at the airport.
What?
Yes. Yes, I wanted to be at the airport to pick this client.
I think he had like full trust on you. So he was like, he just threw you into the, the main job itself. It's like that, full trust.
Yes. He said, these guys are very, very important. And the importance of this job, you will know once you meet these guys.
Okay.
So I asked my boss, what would I do with them? How would I do my service to them? And he said, no, I'm not around in Arusha. I'm not in Tanzania. I'm not in Africa.
Not in Africa itself.
Yes, I'm in UK, but I want you to do this. See, Mamma mia, what's going on here? So, yes, I went to the airport. I was very excited to see all the people over there. So I went there. I found someone was pointing like
Okay.
this. Oh, yes.
Oh, the guest was there.
Yeah. They were on the door coming out. I welcomed them, took them, get them to the hotel. Then after that, I go back to my boss. Okay, what will be follow? He told me that use your brain.
But you've never done this before. How do you even understand what's to be done?
Yes, please use your brain.
Your boss is a lot of fun, I'm telling you.
Yes. I think he was preparing me to be a guide because I refer back when he told me that once you finish your college, will you like to work with me? And I said yes. And I think because of the first time that when he gave me a chance as being as a porter, and I did very, very good.
Yes, absolutely. So who was that special guest that your boss mentioned?
So it was very, very special trip because he was being sponsored with one of the bank in South Africa. So then I called my college principal and tell him that, oh, you know what happened? The office, they give it to me a job of leading 8 clients to the mountain, but I don't know what to do from now. He laughed.
Did he also say use your brain?
Yeah, it's the same thing. He said that after money intelligence, you can use your brain. You see, first of all, you need to relax. Don't panic. You see?
Yeah, that's true.
I called my father and he said that you asking me? I don't know anything about the guiding. You are the one who will know about the guiding. So use your brain. Everybody told me that use your brain. And I said, come on. After that, I called my mom and my mom said that, you get it first time. Oh, you're very lucky. Now you're going to live through your dream. So you know what? Don't worry. Pray to the God. Call your God. Ask him to show what to do it. And by that, yeah, all the answers of your God will come through your brain. So you will use your brain. Okay, Mama, no problem. Remember that it's my first time. Just imagine. So after that, I went to starting doing the preparation, sparking the tents, finish the shopping of the food and everything.
Yeah.
During the evening, I went to do the first briefing of going to do the Kilimanjaro trekking. I was shivering. So what I can tell these guys, you see, I was very, very scared. And I said, oh, Mamma Mia. What I will do this. Yeah, so when I meet them, all the shivering was gone and found like something like a dream of talking with them came.
Some confidence from somewhere has come to you.
Yeah. And I said, okay, I started to talk with them, just starting a little bit of story. Then after that, they started asking me a lot of questions and I answer all the question without any mistake.
Wow. Very impressive. Was seriously impressive.
Yeah, so after finish that, I send a report back to my office. At the same point, I receive a message from my boss. Excellent. So I think he was having a confidence because I think at the second time, when he gave me a job as an assistant guide, I think he saw the confidence from me that I can be able to talk with anyone.
Yeah.
That's why he said that you can do it. And he didn't want to show me anything. He wanted me to learn myself because in future he won't be close to me.
Oh, your boss is such a cool person.
Yeah. After that, I went and sit down and said that, yes, now I understand. I started feeling relaxed. So I started my journal. 7-day Rongai. I went with all the climbers. They met to the top. At the end of the day, they sent a very, very good feedback to my boss. And on that point, my boss was even wanted to give me the back-to-back job to climb Kilimanjaro. But I told him, no, I still have to finish my college. Once I finish, then I'll come back. And they said, okay, no problem. You see? So that was the beginning of me to be a guide.
What a
So
story. What a story, Athumani. Wow. Starting itself was like absolute like hero kinds.
yeah, even myself, I sometimes that when I sit down and look at my previous profile, where I started till now, I don't understand. How come I get in this point? So I started to summarize all the story, and I found that yes, this was my dream job. That's why I never ever scared. This was my dream job. That's why I never ever getting tired doing this. Maybe once my body say that now you are tired to do this job, you can't do anymore, like the knees, whatever, but not this kind of things can stop me to do that, because every day I found my office is new.
Yeah, every day you have
be
like
honest.
new guests that you can go on, something new you'll discover every day. It's so cool.
And went back to my college. Then it was 2005 on the end where I graduated my college.
Mhm.
And at that time, boss just sent me a message, please meet me at the office.
Mm.
So I said, okay, no problem. It was not a meeting. It was a climb with him. And he said that I'm your guest, plus another 8 guests are coming. So you are going to be a chief guide of this trip. And I said, it's fine, but I'm very worried. How could I lead a boss?
Real on the job training.
Yeah, yes, I told him that. How can I lead a boss? And I say, all right, I will try.
This is the first time I'm hearing you say, all right, I'll try. You always say, no problem.
You know, now it's coming all right, because you know what? Now, in my brain, I started feeling like, yes, I did a climb. But now, okay, all right, I can do with the boss. No problem. So, yes, I did a climb with my boss. It was very nice. He was wanted to train
Yeah,
me
correct.
more, because in future there is some more very important climbers. They were coming, and he found that I could be able to do those climbs.
Fantastic. So how did the trek go?
I was not scared anymore.
He's making you perfect and more perfect and most perfect in your work.
That was the point of him to make me more perfect. So I got a confidence, because my boss already appreciate what I'm talking about, what I explained to them, or to the client. Yeah. So the point was coming. It was on day 4. My boss gets sick.
Ooh, altitude sickness.
Yeah, it's just only the adjustment of the altitude. It was something very small. I just used the local treatment.
What is this local treatment?
Just a very small roots. Just the ginger. Just the fresh ginger.
Just ginger.
Just ginger make a big difference. And after 30 minutes, he becoming very new. Just only the ginger drink. I did it.
This is so cool.
So he asked me, who teach you about this? And I said, no. It's something that when you're a guide, you need to be creative. Guiding is not only about the knowledge. It's just all about creating to make your trips to be success. See?
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
To treat your climbers for their success, because what I note, these guys, they came here. It could be the only chance they get to visit my country and climb Kilimanjaro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's my chance to do something for them to make sure that they won't miss up to get to the top.
Amazing.
So It's just only a very small thing. And we began our trip all the way to the summit. But on the way, he get very tired.
Okay.
And he said that, please take the clients to the summit and let me go down. And I said, no. And I said, tell him, okay, just wait. I go to my pocket. I found the ripe banana.
The magical fruit. You know what, Athumani? In one of my earlier podcast episodes, I had a guest who told me about this banana eating during the trek and how it's an instant energy booster and how it's such a magical fruit. She also went on this Kilimanjaro trek and had the same banana experience that you were talking about.
Yes. So then I gave it to him and give him water. And I tell him that just wait for 5 minutes. Then stand up. He ate all the banana. After 2 minutes, he told me that, oh, now I can see it. But yes, that's magic. Please, let's go.
It's magic.
And by that point, he ran away to the
You
summit.
took your boss to your summit after 2 big roadblocks.
Yes, that was very, very special time for me.
Wow. You know, there are so many treks around the world, right? But for some reason, the team that takes people on a Kilimanjaro trek are the most, they have the best name, that they are most friendly, most helpful. See, people can be good guides in terms of knowing the skill of how to take a person. But, you know, it's also about the enthusiasm, the energy that you bring. You know, you guys almost become a family for the guests in that, you know, 7 to 10 day long period, which is a skill that you can't learn. It's just you develop it, you know, through doing more and more treks. And for some reason, Kilimanjaro is known to the world as having the most friendliest, the most family-like, you know, your guide team, your porters, your cooks, everyone. They're supposed to be known as the friendliest. How do you manage that?
To be honest, like when you're doing the trips, we got a lot of friends. And now we have a lot of friends. I can't say how many friends I have so far, but I have a lot of friends. Like when they come here, which kind of service we provide to them, and how you make them to feel comfortable and safe for the whole journey till they finish their trips. This is how you make them to feel like, oh, these guys are very friendly, because in the world there is a lot of treks.
Yeah.
But it seems like Kilimanjaro treks is getting more famous. For most of the people which they came here, they're becoming more friendly, and at the end of the time, they're becoming a family. And this mostly is because in how you're going to handle them and assure them their happiness and success and
Yes.
safety. This is most of what they
Yes.
will need. And always, as a guide, you need to be very creative to manage all these kind of things which can be happen through the trips.
Yeah, that's great to listen. You know, we call it soft skills and hard skills, you know, otherwise in college. And I think you've mastered both.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Tell me, Athumani, so there are now multiple routes that you can do. So if I am planning to come to Kilimanjaro, me or any one of our podcast listeners, when suppose we are coming to Kilimanjaro for a hike and we get in touch with you saying, you know, hey, we want to do this with you. Now, you said that there are so many different routes that you can take for reaching the summit or reaching the top of Africa, like you said. How do I choose the route? Do I choose the route or as a guest, or would you choose the route for me as a guide? How does it work?
Thank you for that good question. So we have 5 ascending route, 1 descending route, and 1 ascending and descending route. We have a Shira route, we have Lemosho route, we have Machame route, we have Umbwe route, we have Rongai route. These 5 routes are only ascending routes. And we have Marangu route, or others they call it Coca-Cola route.
Why is it Coca-Cola?
Very soft.
Oh, nice.
So this is the only route which you can ascend with and descend with, up and
Okay,
down through the same route.
got it.
And we have Mweka route. That is the only descending route. If you will see any kind of local people are going up, it's only used for the resupply.
Oh, so you won't see trekkers on that route. It is only used for resupplying. Got it.
Yes, only for that. So you can go through the website and you can look at the different routes and the different prices, but you will come to me, then I will advise you which is the best route to do it. And the best thing
Correct.
which we are looking for is acclimatization position. Climb high and sleep low. You see, this is the best way to look during your booking.
Okay, climb high and sleep low.
Climb high and sleep low.
Got it. Okay.
So on Lemoshe route and Rongai route, these have a very good positions of climbing high and sleeping low. Especially, we have a traditional Lemoshe route and Lemoshe route Northern Circuit. They don't have a very big difference, but the traditional route is going to be intersect with another 2 routes.
Oh, okay.
See, which is going to be crowded on Camp 3, known as the Barranco campsite, where is the beginning of Barranco wall. I think you heard about this story about that wall already.
The wall, yeah.
That is the joining of the Umbwe route, Machame route, and Lemoshe route.
Okay.
So from now, we mostly normally advise more to use the Northern Circuit where it's less crowded.
Okay.
And also it's have a more views.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Because through your climb, you're going to start through the western side, heading to the northern side, and heading to the eastern side, and descending through the southern side.
Wow, so you're seeing everything perfect.
Yes, that's
Perfect.
another best thing to that route, how beautiful it is. So you'll get a chance to see on the Kenya side. The third thing is because also it have a very good acclimatization position. Yeah, acclimatization there is very good. Climbing high and sleep low. And the trek is quite more smooth, gradual. Yes.
Okay. This is the northern circuit, you said.
Yeah, the northern circuit. So that's why we said the northern circuit, the more average of success is very high because of the more relaxing trail. I call it relaxing trail because it's quite more quiet.
Achha, okay, got it. So Lemosho North Circuit route is your favorite route, it seems, that you recommend to climbers.
Yeah, the second one is Rongai route.
Understand. So if someone wants to choose which one to take, all this information on which route, which is better for acclimatization, all that is mentioned on the website.
Yes.
But it is still best that one takes a decision after talking to the lead guide, you or anyone else, correct?
Yeah, mostly these are happening once you come and talk with us.
Oh.
Yeah, come on. You may be like Revati, you want to do a climb, but you choose Machame route. You see? But myself, I can come and advise that, oh, yeah, that's correct. You tell me your budget. Oh, my budget is this. Okay. Now, why if by using the same budget, you can do the maybe like Lemosho 7 days or Lemosho 8 days North Circuit, which will be much more good and very good average of most of the important things. Likely, you're going to have a good time of rest, less noise. You see?
Good.
Yeah, less noise. Secondly, you're going to escape more traffic.
Very good.
You see these kind of things. Third thing, you're going to be more relaxing, have a very good acclimatization. So there is a lot of things that which you can find when you come straight to talk to the person who's going to be dealing to you through the climbs. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about budget now? So every route has a different budget, is it?
Yes.
As of the current year, so as of 2024, can you tell our listeners what is a budget range that you can tell about if I want to plan a Kilimanjaro trek, approximately?
That is depending on the number of the days that you want to take during your trek. And this also is depending from the route, the recommended route. Not less than 2,000 US is
Okay.
the beginning of the budget.
Okay. So
Yes.
starting from $2,000, 2,000 US dollars, up till
Yes.
depending on the number of days or on the route and all of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, that is very helpful. Other than that, it is the same team. So for example, if whichever route I want to go, I can still go with you, right?
Yes, I'm doing with the all route on Mount Kilimanjaro.
All routes.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Oh, lovely, lovely. Now, a chief guide like you, who takes guests on a trip, you guys keep monitoring different health, parameters of the guest to know whether they are, dehydrated or there is AMS or, just they're not feeling well. So what are the different things that you observe? Why I'm asking this question is that Sangeeta told me that you even noticed whether a person is eating properly or, sleeping properly. That is very, very minute observation, which is fantastic. I would understand that, okay, people would check the, oxygen saturation or, BP or something like that, but you do so much more.
Yeah, first of all, it's about talk with the client. When you talk with them at the first day you meet them at hotel, as you experience guide, you will be already know your client. And because that you're going to be with them every day, the only thing which can make you to understand and know them is to be close with your climbers at any time. You see?
Wow.
So by that, there is a lot of sign which you can see. But it doesn't mean that every guide can know that.
Correct.
It's just yourself. You need to be very, very careful. And you really, really love the success of your climbers. This will show you that now my friend Sangeeta, she's not feeling well. And this because I always deal with her like this, but now she's like this. So I have to talk with her. What's going on?
Wow.
What's really happened? And the way she will answer is the way that you will recognize, now this will be heat exhaustion. You see, this will be lack of food. This will be lack of sugar on the brain. Will be lack of oxygen. You see, and this because experience always matter.
Yes.
Either that there is some time that you will use the measurement like an oximeter and this kind of stuff, but always through the climb. If there is a severe altitude sickness, it will be shown. And once the altitude sickness shown early signs, you will be know very clearly. Sometimes that it is quite a little bit difficult to explain that how can you know, but myself, I can even look and found that this person have a problem of altitude sickness.
So the answer is experience.
The answer mostly is experience. Yes.
Wow. So for all our listeners, don't think twice. Just go with Athumani. You should not think of, how do I find the best guide? We have already found the best guide for you. Just go with Athumani. He'll take care of you, your well-being, your everything.
Yes.
Easy solution to the problem.
All the solutions are going to be solved.
Correct. Now tell me, so now if I'm planning Kilimanjaro, how do I prepare for it? Which month of the year is the right month? And how much of preparation would you say that it is enough? It's good. At least this much if you do, your trek would be a very comfortable one. So what would you suggest, as a chief guide?
First of all, the good time of of doing the trek of Kilimanjaro
Hmm.
is to the late of May till to late of October.
Okay.
And from beginning of December to late of March, this is a very good time of climbing the Kilimanjaro, where the weather is good.
Got it. Hmm.
You have about 2 to 3 months of wet time, which is raining a lot. Plus, by that time, there is a lot of snow, weather's not that really good. So even your climb will not be that really nice. You will not enjoy anything.
Got it.
There is some the very, very rare climbers, they
Mm.
come by that time doing it,
Hmm.
but they found that it's quite very difficult to do during the raining time.
Got it. Okay. So end of May to end of October or beginning of December to the end of March is
Yes.
the ideal time. Now about my preparation.
Preparation is, first of all, it's depending on your health.
Mm.
First of all, you need to know your health history. Then after that, you might need to do like some exercise.
Mm.
If it's by walking or going to the gym, like 2 to 3 weeks, that should be enough. There's others, they doing even the exercise about 3 months, you see, but not less than 2 weeks.
Okay.
It will make a very big difference. And this because you will make your muscles to be ready, because you're going to do a big stretch. So when you're doing an exercise, it means that you make your muscles to be ready for that, to climb the mountain.
But I'd just like to add this as well that, my friend Sangeeta, who went on this particular trek to Mount Kilimanjaro, she trained for close to 3 to 5 months. And if I remember correctly, she said that the team Kilimanjaro, with whom she went on this trek with, they sent her a regime, a fitness regime that she should follow for the 3 months before going on this particular trip. With a special note that if this particular regime is followed, summiting or doing this entire trek would make it a much easier process.
Oh, yes. And for the second thing is to prepare yourself mentally. That you will have a lot of story. That there is a death, there is a failure, there's a lot of things, but most of these things are happening because sometimes the climbers, they hide their problem.
Oh, they hide.
Luckily for myself, I'm very, very intelligent to convince my climbers to tell me that the whole story, even the secret story.
They have confidence in you.
Yeah, so it means that they're getting confidence. This man really wants to know and really want our success to be 100%.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, it's mentally.
Got it.
Because if mentally you are well prepared, you get being prepared with somebody who have an experience, who can explain to you in deep and in a good way to let you know that the place you're going is not that dangerous.
Yeah, your mind can push you physically to do things. So yeah, mentally is important.
I remember there's one day I was at the base camp and I found there is a climbers from the other companies. They were kind of like they can't proceeding from there. You see, and what I found is a lack of information, how to prepare them on that time. So when my climbers come and tell, oh, these guys are going to end up here because of this and this, and I feel like, why? It's something very simple to explain to these guys, and they will understand. And once they understand, they will be very happy to proceed and do their dreams because it's their first time.
Yeah.
I felt very, very bad.
Very bad, yeah.
Very bad. You know what happened? During the summit brief, my climbers come and ask me that. What do you feel about those guys? Because it seems like when they tell you that they will not go over there to the summit, you felt like you were very, very upset. Do you think that they have any problem? I tell them that no, they don't sick. It's just mentally. But what happened? My climbers went to follow those guys. Please, can you come and sit with us here in our tent and have some stories?
So you could motivate them.
You see what happened? When I went to meet my climbers during the night, I found the other friends, they're over there, listening what I'm telling my climbers. And what I started from the beginning of the trip. I always started from day one till we get to the base camp.
Okay.
To make my climbers prepare themselves. That's why they're feeling that safe. And they told me that, please, can we join your group to go with you to the summit? Because now we're feeling very safe to be with you.
Wow.
And I said, yes, you can join me, no problem. And at that time, they come and we go to the summit. They all made to the summit.
Oh my God, they must have been so grateful to you.
So always is just how you can present your speech to the climbers to make them comfortable, because they don't know anything about that.
Correct.
They look your confidence about doing that.
Yeah.
They know that this guide is very competent of doing this.
Yes.
Mostly is to prepare the climbers about what they need to expect to you and through the track mentally. Once the mentally you prepared, even your muscles are going to be strong.
Yes, correct.
See, so you prepare them mentally. So by having that, they just motivate themselves very high to proceed.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So preparation is number one for us. It should be, mental preparation and then everything else.
Yes.
Now, many of my listeners, I'm sure after this, after listening to all your stories, would love to go on, Kilimanjaro hike with you and your team. If they want to contact you to go on a hike, could you please tell us how they can get in touch with you?
First of all, I want to say that I'm very, very happy to provide an excellent service to them as usual. Everyone who comes from you, I will be very happy to take them up to Kilimanjaro and to make sure that they're all going to be safe, happy, and success.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so they can WhatsApp me through my WhatsApp number.
Okay.
And also they can email me through the email known as Athumani Juma tk@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Even also that I can connect to them to my boss through my present company, which I'm working with for all these years.
Yes.
Yes, I was working with Team Kilimanjaro, and my boss is very good. He's a very nice person. I really, really, really enjoy and love to work with this kind of person.
Perfect.
So yeah, I can connect to him, and he can arrange the job, and they can get a chance to come to be leaded with me.
Oh, great. Like I said, I'll share all your contact details in the show notes. So for our listeners, I'll put up links to Team Kilimanjaro's website. That's where Athumani works at. And I'll also share Athumani's details in our show notes. So head over to the notes and find the details. And of course, if you're reaching out to Team Kilimanjaro for doing your trek to the mountain, definitely ask for Athumani Juma as your chief guide, because he'll take special care of you guys. So yeah, don't forget.
Yes, absolutely. I will be very happy to help.
Wonderful. Athumani, you are like stories after stories after stories. You had so many stories, and I have literally, I think, heard only 5 or 6 of your trekking stories. I think if I sit with you, we can go on and on and on and on. We can talk for hours, maybe days as well. But through all the stories, one thing that has really stood out for me is whenever any kind of problems come to you, sometimes you'll have some problems here and there, but your response to everything is no problem. You are so positive, you're so optimistic, and that positive energy of yours will really help a person, finish their hike, do the summit healthily and successfully. I love this no problem attitude of yours. It's really nice. You do give everyone, a sense of comfort. In this podcast recording itself, I found it. So I'm sure as a guide on a trek also, you would definitely do that as well. Thank you so much for sharing all your stories. I had an amazing time.
Thank you so much. I wanted to say that really I have a great time talk with you, and I really enjoy it. As I told you before, I was scared. I didn't know what to do, what to say. But at the end of the time, I found that wow, it was a very good time. I didn't even want this time to finish.
Yes. And for all our listeners, Athumani is so busy. We have been trying to get him his calendar for the last so many days, but he's like, oh, this week I'm going on this trek, or this week I'm going on another trek. So he's so busy.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. But I'm so happy that we could actually get you and have this amazing conversation. I had an amazing time. Thank you so much.
I'm very, very happy to have this meeting with you, and I'm very happy to express all my experience to you and your listeners. And I want to invite them to my country, Tanzania, to climb Kilimanjaro, where we can organize this trip for excellent for them, and they will enjoy a lot. Still, also that we provide also the safari services where they can book still straight up with my company, and we can provide everything excellently 100% to them, and they will enjoy all the experience. Once they come back to you, they will give you the story.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that'll be so fun.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a nice next trek.
Okay. Thank you so much, my friend.
See you.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Phenomenal stories from Athumani, right? Well, Athumani has shared gorgeous pictures and videos of the many Kilimanjaro treks he's gone on. 500 plus treks, like I mentioned earlier. And you know what? Along with Athumani, we can curate this entire Kilimanjaro trek and other Tanzania trails for you too. In fact, we can plan a trip to anywhere for you. We have now started a new service of curating travel itineraries to destinations made just for you. So if you want to plan a trip to Tanzania or anywhere else, leave us a note on Instagram or DM on our Substack page and we will plan something super special for you. Look out for us on Instagram and on Substack, Misadventures of a Sneaker. All the links are in our show notes. Also, if you enjoyed listening to this episode, would you like to support our team by buying us a coffee? If yes, you could head on over to our show notes and click on support to contribute any amount you'd like. It'll be a huge morale booster for us. Thank you and see you in the next episode.